let's start the Storm and Show. Last we left off, we had finally arrived at the Alethi war camp, specifically Sabarial's war camp. Our destination, so to speak, after finding the route in which Cierna had surveyed for our party as well as for the High Prince to hopefully move resources from the war camps back to Urithiru as they prepare for the War of the True Desolation. With that, our party made a few deals along the way. One of them with a fuse that required them to end hostilities with the listeners of the Shattered Plains, and another with a trio of skybreakers who were hunting for justice of the high princes in charge of the war camp, so to speak, who have gone into hiding. In exchange, our party was given the chance to enter the war camps without threat from those high princes, who seemed to be looking for a certain gem heart that the party may have absconded with, if you were to ask the high prince's opinion of the scenario. But we all know they just earned it fair and square. Even though they don't have the scars to prove it anymore, as we witnessed the first oaths by Cierna, our Artifabrian, becoming an edge dancer. But as we settled into the war camps, literally just landing, Torvin's mentor, Lorta, pulled him to the side to show him to be finally proven his worth to a certain faction known as the Ghostbloods. And also, she revealed that there was more than meets the eye when it comes to the kind-hearted Hardazian woman. And that's where we return to the story. As the Kremlin kind of presses itself back into Lorta's arm, a few things hit you in realization, Torvin. One, Lorta, probably not human.
Probably.
Two, how did you not notice an entire chunk of her arm missing for so long? And you realize that she usually has had long sleeves the entire time you guys have been out and about, as well as it being from her covered hand. But yeah, can you turn that music down just a tad?
Yep.
But with that, she kind of stays where she is, as she understandably has seen your reaction to realizing that she is literally a body of Kremlings kind of put together. And it's a little unsettling for you. So she does not try to walk forward, but kind of like gives you space, even though you're kind of trapped in this hall or alleyway, so to speak. But it is just you and Lorta.
All right. So you've kept more secrets from me than I would have expected.
Well, Nako, if I wasn't good at keeping secrets, would it be as interesting, or, you know, would it make sense for you to want to be a part of such a secluded and mysterious, book club? Or a bit more than a book club.
I didn't even know you were part of the club until a few days ago. So, forgive me if we're piling on revelations here and I'm a little bit surprised. You know, we've known each other for years now. How many? 6?
Just about. That's where the Ghost Bloods told me. The Alethea, they're basically getting rid of or throwing to the Axe Hounds a very interesting dark-eyed merchant. May be able to pave the way for us a bit, but he just needs a little bit of maneuvering. And with my smiling, kind heart, you fit like a glove, Marco. They chose well in picking you.
I guess I appreciate that sentiment. You know, you'll have to give me a moment here. Because with the nature of how our friends operate, it throws a lot into reconsideration. You know, I considered you perhaps one of my only friends these past years. But now I know that that wasn't real, was it?
Explain to me the parts that weren't real.
The part where you were assigned to keep tabs on me.
Nako, I work for the Hadazian government, and an Alethi was brought to me. I was already having to keep tabs on you. If you're just realizing that, then maybe you're not as smart as I thought you were. That being said, yes, you thinking that the Ghost Bloods were keeping tabs on you with, what, some other individual floating around?
You know it's different.
Understandable, yes. But the love we share for you, Narco, just know that it's real. But being who I am and living as long as I have, I also know that trust is hard to take seriously. And you having the history that you have, I had to make sure that it was real.
Maybe I'll just need a little time.
It's understandable.
Well, we'll be together for a bit, so we have the time to spare. So tell me more about this job. What do they want me to do?
The same things that you were told of previously. They need you to find strong uses for investiture. I believe we found at least one in our wonderful Artifabrian. However, there are rumors of more, and I have a contact here in the city, Warcamp, that may be able to lead us to more.
All right. Who's
Would
this?
you like to meet that contact?
Who's this contact? Yes.
They are interesting. They're a part of our faction. They've traveled here from further east, more south, but they're looking for the same things that we are. And they also have had difficulties with the High Princes recently.
If they're looking for the same thing we are, then are they allies or are they rivals?
Narco, do you really believe people in the Ghost Bloods would betray one another?
I wasn't sure that they were a member. Just said contact, right?
Understandable. But yes, they are contacts as well as Ghost Bloods.
Okay. Now let's take another step back here. What exactly are you?
That is a more complicated question to answer, but
Oh, I
simple
imagine.
enough as a title is that we, she places a hand on her chest, are known as Sleepless. Every bit of me is me, but at the same time, I can be, in more ways, more than one individual.
That explains one thing at least. Why you're so grumpy all the time, ornery, if you're not sleeping.
Well,
Explains your
Narco,
attitude.
the thing is, when you are a multitude of individuals combining to try to be one, I hate the term, but hive mind, so to speak, it gets frustrating when one portion of you wants to sleep and then the other portion wants to know, I don't know, what air tastes like because it's their turn to learn.
All right. Are there more like you?
Yes, of course.
In the war camps and in Herdaz and in Alethkar? How many of you are there? Where are you from?
There are Roshar. And to be completely fair, I'm more native to Roshar than you are, Narco.
All right. Sure. Everybody thinks they have claim to the land that they're residing on.
Stick with the Ghost Bloods, Narco. You're going to learn a lot about the history of humanity on Roshar. The Cosmere is a very large place, and for some reason, you guys spread like Kremlings.
Interesting choice of words, considering what I just saw you do.
I don't know how to take that.
I don't think that
Maybe I
is...
spill about and crawl all over you and give you a hug.
I don't think we've... I'll pass on that. That's no offense. That does sound unsettling.
The first time you've told me you didn't want a hug. Times do change. They
I
grow up
told
so
you
fast.
I need some time. You've dropped a lot on my lap tonight.
As someone who wants to change the way Roshar thinks, I thought you would be capable of such things. In the past day or two, you have learned a lot about Roshar not being what you thought it was. And I promise you, Torvin, you still have a lot more to learn.
Everything I've learned so far is showing me that Roshar is a more violent and terrible place than I even thought was possible before. I haven't learned anything that has made me hopeful for change in the Alethi people, let alone the state of Roshar.
Then why don't you be the change? I think you knew somebody who at least wanted to attempt to be the title of change.
It's not that easy.
No one said it was. Well, we have spent a lot of time talking in the shadows, and the rest of your party members, as well as you being the leader of this expedition, may be confused as to where you are. So why don't we go on and catch up with the rest of them?
Yeah. Let's get to work.
She walks out, and the war camps themselves, as you're trying to catch up with the rest of the party, the rest of you, actually, everybody just give me perception checks.
Me forgetting to get my dice out.
I do it all the time.
Oh, yeah. That's a big 9.
Big 9? That makes sense
Yeah.
for this.
That is not great.
11.
6.
I
11.
have rolled a 4.
4. You know what? This is awesome because the perception check. I'll give you guys the overlay of the war camps themselves. As you're walking around, you notice the main thing you notice is how empty it is. And when I say empty, I mean there's something that used to be filled and is now no longer there, and you just realize how like pivotal it was in your culture. And that is the fact that the singers, there are no singers within these war camps whatsoever, and all of the hard labor that they used to be bestowed upon them is now within the hands of dark-eyed Alethi for the most part. So what you also notice is that the work is constant, and there is frustration that you sense in this war camp. The few light eyes that you do see around are they don't stay out for long. They kind of make their way to wherever they're trying to go expeditiously. And the last thing that you notice as these Sabarial's troops are kind of like encircling you as somewhat of like a protection, you also notice their eyes are darting left and right as if they're like scanning the entirety of this road that you are all walking toward. As you walk toward one of the larger soul casted buildings of Sabarial's camp, that Cierna you would know to be where your father is stationed. What you
Oh,
also
so this is one of the military buildings?
Mhm.
Okay.
what you would Cierna, what you notice is one of the soldiers kind of sees something has been like little pieces of paper are like littered across the floor, or the ground, I'm sorry. And as you pick one of those up, a guard kind of rips another one off of one of the buildings, kind of crumbles it up and tosses it to the ground. The one that you pick up is titled.
Oh. Okay.
One moment. I'm so sorry. For the most part, there's a little symbol at the top, symbol that you are not familiar with, but the little pamphlet itself kind of is aggressive in its wording as it kind of like explains how the dynamic between light eyes and dark eyes has been broken because of individuals like Kaladin Stormblessed, as well as and the way in which his station was risen. It also goes more in depth in just looking at the dynamic of Vorinism and the hierarchy of light eyes and dark eyes, and with the return of the Knights Radiant, how that has actually been folly. And the title for this, well, it's not the title of this, but it reaches to writings from the book title that you were given from Lorta, just the Hands
Oh.
Beneath the Throne.
Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh.
And that same author's name, Spanreed.
I'm gonna have to take a look at that book.
But with that, and you find that pamphlet, and you see like littered. This one's title, I found it. The Price of Obedience. Is what it like alludes to. But the portion about Kaladin Stormblessed seems to be like an added, like this kind of links with the writings from the Price of Obedience, like basically as a for example, this is like aha moment of C. The hierarchy and established like norms are incorrect. But you all definitely feel that tension between light eyes and dark eyes as things have changed in the few weeks of the Everstorm that has happened. You're saying? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, there's lots of these papers everywhere?
They're like littered about, but at the same time, 50% of the population are illiterate, so there's not as many as would be like say in our world if there were like pamphlets being
Right. I think I'm gonna hang on to it for the moment. The one that I picked up.
Okay. After maybe a few minutes of walking, the soldiers are kind of like in that cadence of, you've been marching for a while, so you all your footsteps start to match and everything. But for the most part, as you guys get to this building, Dialan and Nevod, is there anything that you want to say or do before getting to your destination? I would say at this point, if you were to look back, you kind of see Torvin and Lorta kind of like running to catch up with you guys.
Dylan looks nervous. He looks a little uncomfy being in the war camps. He's a soldier. He understands this life. He's a little bit wary of the fact that it's completely empty. That kind of means that he doesn't get to blend in with crowds. Deep inside of him, he knows that there's some people here that are not on the up and up with his, re-entry into his career path. So he, I think he's just going to lay as low as possible, get to his destination, do his job, and that's pretty much it. Stick to his people.
Yeah, I think in a similar sense, I feel like Nevod's probably doing the same thing. Probably kind of keeping a low profile as well. And I would say since we were flown here, I think the one thing that might be noticeable is that he just can't seem to not keep glancing at Cierna and like her walking and like just like it just seems he just kind of like is focused forward. He's kind of driven to just, okay, we're almost there. This is the next step. But like Dialan, unbeknownst to him, he's got his own history, both at the Warcamps and at Urithiru and beyond. And so I think he's kind of keeping a low profile, but I think this whole thing, he's also very introspective. So it would make sense that he probably doesn't notice much around him, because I think so much has happened in such a short amount of time. And that like, although the weight of not having anyone here and like that is apparent, in his mind, there's just this momentary reprieve of like potential danger and not being on the Shattered Plains, where he's just kind of like internalizing and like taking in everything that's happened and just trying to process it. And through all of that is just kind of like comes out of it occasionally and just seems to be like looking at Cierna and then like kind of like refocuses and then kind of starts thinking again. It's just kind of this cycle as they move forward.
After the like fourth time you go through this cycle, you get a nudge in the shoulder, and Kelly's looking down at you. You do that one more time, I will be concerned. What is wrong?
Do what?
Did the god do the thing again? Send you visions?
Yes.
Okay. Chasm Fiend this time?
No.
Or is it evil?
Well, one of them felt evil, I guess. There's a graveyard and there was heat, smoke, like fire.
These things
and there
concern
was
me? Good.
there was a small Kremling. And
Less threatening.
And then there was a bunch of hooded figures in an alleyway, stretched like, I don't know, huddled, and then they were like beckoning me, and they had some sort of like symbol on their hand. It was like, I'm still just, I don't know.
So how we use this to our advantage, we stay away from alleys. We stay away from hooded figures. Kremlings, we respect, keep away from. This is how you use this.
I wish it was that simple. I just feel like I know this is like the second time this has happened, but I'm just like, I feel like there's more I should be doing with this. I don't understand it. And I just feel like, and he just, again, like catches himself looking at Cierna and specifically her leg, and just like, what is the purpose
Just
if I
slap
can't?
upside the head.
Ugh, what? Ah.
Eyes straight. You will be
I don't know.
assumed to be creep, and then because I know you, I am then creep for letting it
Right.
happen.
Right, you're right. Okay, sorry. Just, I don't know. I'm figuring it out. I don't know. It's a lot to take in, and did you know that Dialan has a spren?
You are all very weird. So yes, this would make sense.
What do you mean weird? You're like probably the person I know the most out of anything that would make you weird in association. Kelly, where's your spren? Do you have a
I am
spren?
Unalaki. I am Unalaki in Alethi Warcamps. So far away from my people. I should be huntress leading my people, but no. I waste my time here getting drunk with a sad, light eyes. What part of this do you not understand for me to be weird?
I think that's why we get along so well. I think we're both not what we're supposed to be.
Mine is out of choice. Yours seems... Actually, we will need more alcohol to figure this one out.
Yeah. Complicated.
The word, that is word complicated. It's different in my language. Okay. As you guys start making your way into the building, you are led like militaristically into the main hall, which has a bunch of different artwork and glorious, like gorgeous sculptures that I would say the three gentlemen are not used to. This is a lot more lavish than most, more of the Alethi buildings that are more like focused on warfare and showing like the masculinity of the head of the house, where this one is not delicate but more artistic in its showings of being splendid, so to speak. At least this main hall is. And kind of standing at the front steps that kind of lead up further into this building, kind of standing waiting there, immediately, instinctually, I will just say, Dialan and Nevod, you would probably stand at attention. Cierna, would you like to explain how your father looks?
We're in the foyer, so he's probably waiting for us. What you see is basically a Dalinar-sized man, but with short cropped red hair, pale blue eyes. Looks like a bigger, beefier version of Nanzashu, also older. Fine uniform, black and gold. Very buttoned up, military man appearance. And Cierna doesn't really care about propriety unless there's a bunch of soldiers here. So she's probably gonna trot up to him and give him a hug.
You are the only one that does. Nanzashu is at attention like the rest of everyone, even though he is not in uniform. Your dad
I'm not in the military.
dutifully...
I don't have to follow those rules.
Right.
Oh,
Your
boys,
dad-
with your rules.
Your dad dutifully gives you a peck on the forehead as you come toward him. Jim Hart, you
Hello, Father.
requested a free chair, and he points to a free chair that is waiting for you.
Oh, right.
You seemed as though things were urgent.
Well, there was an injury, but we were able to kind of fix...
One moment, Jim Hart.
Things.
Doors.
Okay.
And as Torvin, you're like walking in late with Lorta, a few guards immediately shut the doors behind you, and kind of lock them, as anyone else would be able to notice that Brem, right, Lord Brem, was kind of like darting around, looking through the soldiers as Cierna was speaking. As you were, Jim Hart. My apologies.
She looks around for just a moment. There was an injury, but it turned out to not be as severe as I had feared. So we won't actually need it.
Of course. Sprained ankles are dire injuries to some, and I completely understand if you needed a free chair for such movement. However, next time, could you be more descriptive in your writings? You had your mother worried, and you know how your mother
Oh.
gets when she's worried.
I apologize, Father. Oh, that's so loud.
Yeah, sorry about that.
We're talking about your mother. Of course, this is dynamic. What are
Oh
you talking
no!
about?
The dramatic music. Does she walk into the room?
She's waiting
wonder
for
why.
her moment. I think it just happened.
Oh no. She kind of
Change this one.
deflates a little. I apologize. I was trying to be succinct. I will be more descriptive should something like that arise again.
Brem!
Oh, Stormfather.
You hear your mother's voice in a distant hall. Brem, are they here?
Oh no.
Yes,
she-
your children are here. What do you do before your mother enters?
I look endearingly to my father. I thought she would be busy performances, right? Oh, okay. She
And
kind of like
Miss-
straightens up a little.
And miss her daughter and son's return.
Mhm.
Cierna! Bursting through some of the two of the doors in the background, kind of like set up that way. Your mother in a gorgeous, like room attention gaining dress, safe hand covered, kind of glides over to you. It spins you around a bit and it gives you one of those warm hugs, but it's just more of a performance of a hug than actually
Yeah.
like worrying about your safety.
She hugs her back, but anybody who can see her face can see that she's not particularly pleased to see her mother.
Cierna, oh,
Mother, it is lovely
oh,
to
I've
see
been
you.
worried. We need to work on those hugs. I felt nothing, nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry. And she'll like pat her a little bit.
Oh.
We were writing through span read. I couldn't understand anything. It was all so cryptic. I didn't know what you were asking for. Did you want the free chair? Were there reinforcements coming? Your father doesn't tell me anything when it comes to military. Oh, it's just, soldiers going this way, soldiers going that, logistics. I don't understand it, and he won't let me understand it. It is a hassle. Oh. Nanzashu, hello. Look at my little boy being a soldier. Oh, standing at attention. How was your trip in?
It was a long journey, Mother, and it was difficult.
Yes, of course. I was telling them, we should get you a palanquin on your way here. How did you get in? Were you at the main gate? We didn't get any information.
She, because Cierna is not a dishonest person, she just kind of clams up a little. Well, you see, she glances over towards everybody's here, right? She glances over.
Yeah, everybody's here. You see Torvin
Master,
is probably the furthest back.
our caravan leader arranged for transport. I'm surprised that you didn't hear of it.
What a
Caravan
politician.
leader.
What a politician.
And this caravan leader, it was not your brother?
No, it was an individual that Uncle appointed.
Oh,
Torvin.
yes, High Prince Sabarial. And you hear your father, Jim Hart. Okay, well, where is this individual?
She
Torvin would clear his throat
She gestures.
and take a step
you're
forward.
Muted. You're muted.
I'm muted. Oh. Am I muted to you guys right now?
Uh-oh, we can't hear Bisha.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
I think sorry, I was
He's
fixing
stuck.
some stream stuff.
If you, I just thought about
the
this.
stream
but
can
you
hear
know how,
me.
like,
Mhm.
call, like a lot of people say, like gem heart, my gem heart.
Oh,
I wonder
stream
with
can hear.
I wonder if with Lord it would be like my little Kremling, you know, like I just
He used to
so
call
funny.
his kids Kremlings when he was
Yeah.
mad at them, but
oh yeah, okay.
Well, that's funny.
Nari
Okay, you guys can hear me
I was about
now?
to say,
Yeah, there we go.
yes.
Okay. So sorry about
Nari's
that.
mentor calls her a little Kremling.
a
A little
Voidbringer.
Voidbringer.
Yes, he calls her a Voidbringer.
Oh, that's so cute.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but she'll
sorry.
gesture.
So yeah, he as she gestures, he would and as they said, "Oh, who is this person leading?" Torvin would have cleared his throat and taken a step forward simultaneously as she's gesturing.
Yes, Mother, Father, this is Master Torvin Jast. He is the leader of our caravan. There is also Bright Lord Dialan Villain and Bright Lord Nevod Eelcat.
Oh, okay. Well, all you fine gentlemen, I appreciate everything you've done for my daughter and my son getting here safely. Sir, you seem lost. This is not, I don't know what the Dark Eyes where they usually hang out.
Mother.
This isn't a saloon. This is
Mother,
a military
this is
base.
This is Master Torvin Jast. He is our...
Cierna, I can speak for myself.
Of course.
Brightness, I am in charge of this caravan.
The desolations have truly knocked some spheres loose in High Prince Sabarial. And Bright Lord Brem just thank you, Master Jast, was it?
Just Torvin will be fine, Bright Lord.
Torvin, I have nothing but thanks to offer you for getting my family here safely. Forgive my wife's innocence in this situation. She does not have time to learn much about what's going on with so many performances amongst the light eyes politicians. If you can call them performances, really, I'm just yapping to them.
I'm sure it must be unsettling to see a Dark Eyes in a position of command.
I wouldn't call it unsettling. New.
Well,
what I call unsettling is what I witnessed a few days prior when literal humans fell from the sky and slaughtered High Prince Thanadal's men with ease. That was unsettling. I don't know if you've had any of the recent literature that's been thrown about the war camps, but the ideas of light eyes and dark eyes being the reasons in which our communities are split. I believe Night Radiant Kaladin Stormblessed has made it apparent that the former norms will no longer be needed.
Yes, I'm sure the emergence of the Knight's Radiance has shaken up a lot of what we've considered to be standard social order. I imagine there's many a dark-eyed that sees themselves in such a lofty position, sees themselves in Kaladin Stormblessed.
Are you one of them?
No, Bright Lord. I have had my fill of climbing the ranks. I'm just here to do a job.
Logistics is what High Prince Sabariel told me you were here to accomplish.
That's correct.
If you wish, you along with the head of security for your camp or your expedition, as well as my daughter, I will need to fill you all in on the situation here at the war camps for safety purposes, as well as to help you finish said job. Torvin.
Yes. That sounds good.
Well, with that, I will say that all of my soldiers here, Ben, go about the rest of your evening, get your rest, prepare for more work in the morning, possibly set up different guard duties for the lot of you for the most part, until you are needed to continue this mission with Torvin. You are dismissed. And besides yourself, Nanzashu, Nevod, you would be in this space as well, as the rest of the men are allowed to leave. But I would ask, Dialan, would your men leave?
Dialan and his men definitely don't leave. This is sort of his space. This is where he should be. And he's actually going to step forward and take a knee in front of the Bright Lord. Bright Lord, if you would allow it, I would have a few minutes of your time.
All right, son.
I have a personal request.
To my office then.
Dialan raises, and he follows the Bright Lord. Remind me of his name again?
Brem.
Brem.
Bright Lord,
Bright Lord Bram.
non-Tom Amalan. He's non-Tom.
There you go. Thank you.
Non-Tom.
Mm-hmm. Tom is fine.
Where did I get that name from? I'm sorry.
I don't know. I think Brem is somebody in Lisnari's background, if I'm remembering right.
Oh. All right. Apologies.
No, it's good. I got the clarity then.
As he walks you two to his office, Cierna, your mother, by the Almighty, honor himself. Who is that?
That is Bright Lord Dialan Villain. He's the security head for the caravan.
And did you feel secure?
She just looks at her mother, who some of you might actually know of or recognize her from paintings and things. She's quite she's actually a little bit famous in foreign culture. She kind of looks at her mother like aghast. I'm sorry, I was busy. What? Did I
Did you feel safe?
He was good at his job, yes.
That is what I am asking.
Your tone says otherwise, Mother.
Oh, you cannot understand my tone at this point in our relationship. I have not been trying hard enough. And she opens a fan and just starts fanning herself.
She looks at Nansashu like, help me.
Since he has been dismissed, your brother will walk up. Mother? Oh, Nansashu. She hugs him, gives the deal. Oh,
Thank the Herald.
and she just starts yapping his ear off, and he has basically taken all of your mother's attention as she continues to talk about herself and nothing else. Basically, the
Mhm.
decor of the room. Nevod, you and Kelly are free for the evening.
I
Cierna's slowly
think
backing up in your direction, away
I
from her mother.
I think I would as like I think it's probably like Dialan and the Bright Lord like kind of like head off first, but I think it's like Torvin and like it was very clear on who was invited into the room and who is not, and everyone else is free to go. But I think as Torvin kind of steps forward, I would just kind of like lean over, and just, is there anything else you need from me? Otherwise, I think I'll go get a drink or something.
Yeah, that's fine. Just keep a low profile. Don't cause any trouble.
It's what I do best. I'm gonna figure out what's going on in this Stormin place because things aren't adding up. I'll if you need anything, yeah, just ask around. Someone will find me. I won't be far.
Okay.
And yeah, I think he would. I think yeah, I'd probably retire with Kelly, and I'd probably ask some of the soldiers if there's any kind of if there's still taverns open, like taverns, bars, like a tent with some out,
Definitely. Yeah, you'll find one easily
Yeah.
enough. You and Kelly just searching.
Yeah.
So you guys head off to a tavern. Torvin, you're kind of like left in the space with Lorta. And we will move to, unless Cierna, here we go.
Oh no, I'm actively
mother-
hiding from my mom.
Your Ardent's Sene kind of
right.
walks up to you. Brightness,
Yes.
you explained that your lab is it placed in this area?
Oh, yes. Yes. She turns and says, "Mother, sorry. Do you remember if Father had the cleaning crews go to the lab for me while we were away?"
Oh, every moment since you've been gone, they've just been cleaning all the vials and gems and spheres and the so much copper in that room. It doesn't make any. But yes, all of it's spotless, just like you left it.
Thank you. Yes, the lab is nearby. She turns back to her Ardents. Shall we go?
At your leave, Brightness.
All right. I'm going to show. She'll look towards Torvin. I am going to show the Ardents to my lab. It is nearby. Should you require direction, the soldiers can help you. They know who you are now, so.
Of course.
If you need anything, don't hesitate to call on me. But I will likely be there.
I'm sure I'll be fine, but it's good to know.
She'll give you a little nod and head out with the Ardents.
Got it. Back in the room, kind of all this transpiring as Cierna's father turns and looks at Dialan. Lieutenant.
My lord. I'm certain that there will be a debrief and that your daughter will fill you in on certain things. But I think this is a matter of import. I would request that I take over the security for your daughter in specificity while we are here in the war camps.
The reasoning for this?
I feel a personal responsibility for the instance that happened out on the Shattered Plains, and there are certain circumstances that lead me to believe that she may be targeted in a way that is a bit more dire than we would have thought.
It looks as though not even a stone has graced my daughter's presence. What incident happened?
That is a discussion between you and your daughter. I will
Interesting.
simply impress that the only thing that I have in mind is the safety of Torvin, Cierna, Nevod, and my men. And
So you
the
wish
success
for
of the
me
expedition.
So you wish for me to put the livelihood of my daughter's life within your hands, and though you cannot answer a simple question in which I ask for your opinion on and or fact on what happened that made you make this oath to me.
Yes, that is specifically what I'm asking for. To be clear, am very likely the most competent security professional in this camp at this time. And should your daughter decide to reveal what happened out on the Shattered Plains, then I will defer to her judgment. But as well as Torvin, for that matter, all I know is that lives are on the line. And that if I did not come to you and speak my piece and put myself in between the danger that is coming for my men and your daughter, then I wouldn't be able to sleep.
I'm in charge of this entire war camp. In walking into this established war camp, you are saying that your security is more impressive than any one of the soldiers here who have been working without the assistance of the Blackthorn's soldiers as well as the rest of the High Princes. I ask you a simple question on the issues of my daughter, and you refuse to answer those in hopes that my daughter will answer them for you. But you do wish to have her life in your hands, is my understanding in this scenario. I am surrounded by two of the worst Kremlings of High Princes and their forces at all times. I do not trust you at this moment, Lieutenant, from what you have stated in front of me at this time. I have spies to deal with. Every individual that walks my path has a possibility of trying to end mine or my family's life. I understand you are trying to respect my daughter's privacy in this scenario. However, to ask me such a boon, you are asking much from me off just... I've met you today.
I will allow the conversation to fall, and I will defer it to your judgment, but I will ask one question before you make your final judgment on this.
And what is that question you ask?
Would you bet the lives of every single person in this war camp and your daughter on the people that surround you? Or would you trust the man who saved your daughter's life mere days ago from a chasm fiend and other untold horrors? I don't need anything more than security purview over the expedition. I need no one to be able to come within the wire of what I and my men are operating in, and that is all. With your oversight, of course. I have been stepped on and pushed around by bright lords before, and I have had to follow orders that have led to the deaths of others. I have the most horrid feeling that something's coming. I encourage you to speak with Torvin Jast and with Bright Lady Cierna. But I, of course, will accept your words as you state them. I merely petition for what I have asked for.
Give me persuasion.
I would like to raise the state.
Yes. I cannot think of the phrase. I was trying to think of it. I was like, what is it? I was about to say take a risk.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's a risk. Yeah. You either do or you die. First impressions are big. First impressions are big.
Hey, I know we just met, but
that is an 18 with an opportunity.
Nice.
Absolutely. Got you. You want to save that for later?
I would like to use it right now.
Yeah.
Okay. He pauses for a moment. You speak a big game, Lieutenant. And though I have not met you, I know of you. Your times in High Prince Sadius's army speak for themselves.
Dialan cringes. Yes.
But if you were as good as the stories say, my daughter is in good hands. And you seem to have climbed the ranks enough in Sabarial's eyes to head the entire security of this. I see no issue with you being in charge of Cierna's security. With that being said, it is a 20... Yes. Oh, wait. Sorry, I had to think of Roshar hours. It is a 20-hour job for you and your soldiers. Someone is always with my daughter. If you understand what we're dealing with at these war camps.
I will be akin to a Hasper on a rock. I will not leave the side of Lady Cierna except to sleep until we are away from the war camps and out of the sight of high princes and their ilk. I will... Frankly, she will be likely begging you to have me removed from the duty. I will be
interesting,
obnoxious.
Lieutenant. You're already failing at your job. Why aren't you with my daughter?
Dialan has just a bit of a smirk at that. He gets it. He understands. He says, I'm sorry to have failed in my first duty. And then he stomps a foot down, salutes, turns on a heel, marches out of the room directly to find Cierna.
Mr. Torvin?
Yeah, was I in the room this whole time?
Yeah. No, you were out in the hall. Like the door opened. And
got
he's
it.
Like,
yeah. So I'm
like standing
I was
there
I'm just sitting there like, oh, that's awkward. I've been here the whole time.
No.
I'm outside, my hands clasped behind my back. As the door opens, I turn, and slide past Dialan into the room. Yes, right, Lord.
You hear, as you're walking past, you hear from Lorta, watch your step, Narco. And you look down, and one of just the smallest of Kremlings kind of like skitters away and down the hall.
There's the slightest nod of his head as he walks into the room.
Outstanding work. The High Prince has spoken highly of you.
Oh, yes. Well, that's good to hear. I always aim
And-
to succeed.
Was that the case when you worked for High Prince Thaddeus?
Yes. And I would say, in my capacity, I did succeed.
I have issues with worrying about intelligence betraying me, so to speak. I understand that your wife at the time had issues with the ways in which the Alethi court was driven. Will I have those same issues from you? Do I have issues of trust between the two of us?
I have never failed to perform at my duties, Bright Lord.
That was not the question that I asked, Torvin.
But it is the important question, isn't it? You will not have any issues of trust with me. You can understand that mention of my wife is not something that well, it brings up strong emotions.
Strong emotions is what most feel in these war camps recently, Torvin. We are but moments away from a high storm. And if the fair folk of these camps choose it, they can destroy not only all of the high society, but society in itself here.
What do you mean by that?
Frankly, the two high princes, High Prince Thandal as well as Vama, are imbeciles. They have done nothing but stressed the Dark Eyes community as well as the Light Eyes society in trying to build their own small kingdom here in the war camps.
Yes, I can understand your position on those two particular high princes. However, this isn't so strange for Alethi behavior, right? Seeking power, positioning, especially out in war camps. If I may ask, Bright Lord, why are you out here? Why did you choose not to travel to Urithiru?
Well, I did. I was at the Battle of Narak. I witnessed what was in store for all of us. And then, while spending some time in Urithiru, my High Prince needed this area to be secured. Imagine you arriving here with no defenses whatsoever in trying to collect resources for High Prince Sabario. I do not believe an encounter with Thanadal's men would be to your liking.
No. And yet, we already did have an encounter with them.
Interesting. Your head of security left that out.
Did he?
Well, my assumption is that he wished for the leader of the expedition to explain it. No harm, no foul.
Well, As you are aware, our caravan, well, the duty of all Alethi, are in service of the goals of their High Prince, right? We came upon an opportunity to secure a gem heart for High Prince Sabariel. It seems that Thanadal's men felt that it would be, well, appropriate to attack our party, even though we had arrived first, as is our right to harvest and obtain the gem heart. The right, we had every right to claim it. And, well, I'll admit this may have been hasty on my part, but I refuse to back down.
An Alethi man through and through. Thank the Almighty that the plan in which to take said gem heart did not come to fruition, as Thanadal probably didn't want any witnesses to such treachery.
No. Unfortunately, he has a whole caravan of witnesses.
Exactly, and as much as I feel as though putting him up in a Alethi court would be the correct direction for this, we are not at a position as of right now to deal with such matters, and I believe the Blackthorn is in a bit of a situation with the whole desolation thing. A gem heart, a chasm fiend's gem heart, the amount of resources from that alone would push this war camp into a better position altogether if we had any soul casters among us, which we do not. But it is an honor to know the individual who led the first collection of a gem heart under Sabariel's banner.
Yes, I understand. We do have the honor of that accomplishment. I know that High Prince Dalinar has his own concerns that he has to prioritize, and that he leaves the matter of resources and economy to High Prince Sabariel. As such, I felt that this would be an important item to achieve.
As it is. The force above High Prince Sadius's camps are open and free for our taking. However, dealing with the other two High Princes around such a scenario could cause complications. But that is a matter for myself to deal with. Yours is to deal with the route and returning these resources to Eurythera.
Of course. Now, Thanadal's forces, as you mentioned, well, they were decimated.
Possibly a 10th of them were dealt with by the Knights Radiant that invaded. If you are to listen to some of the criers that he has bestowed upon the war camps, including ours.
Does that align with what we saw? I mean,
yes, the Skybreakers told you they took out a whole war camp.
But you said that was only a 10th of their forces, or was that like, did they
What did I said? They would have 20,000, so 2,000 died. Yeah, that's math, right?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'm just
Okay.
not recalling properly. Okay.
I can definitely get that number wrong. Don't you worry. But he is not lying, you guys do not have different information.
Okay.
Skybreakers are scary, but they don't lie a lot.
Mm-hmm. All right. And how do you propose that we deal with these high princes?
Well, if they continue in the direction that they are going, they will deal with themselves, as they are collecting enemies like spheres at this point. Though I am frightened in the direction of the stress levels of the Alethi at these war camps, it could also be a boon to dealing with the High Princes. Now give me a deduction.
Not an insight?
You can do insight. I'll always take an argue.
Oh, yeah.
If you would have said athletics, I would have been like, no.
Tell me what I want to know.
Just start punching her.
Okay. That is a 20 on the inside.
20, you immediately start thinking of almost all of your problems being dealt with in the same manner, which is dealing with these high princes, and this job becomes 10 times easier.
That leads very much into what I was going to say next. You mentioned, Bright Lord, we don't have much cause for a courtroom out on the Shattered Plains. Is that a hint as to your intentions? Do you...
You see a small smile come across his face, like he's trying to hide it from the Almighty himself. I would not wish harm upon any of the chosen high princes of Althkar. But if something were to happen due to their own ignorance, or, Almighty forbid, Everstorms and Voidbringers, Night's Radiance return, anything could happen, Torvin. You understand that, right?
Oh, I'm becoming quite familiar with that concept.
A few days ago, the High Princes threatened the life of myself and my wife, through writing no the less. So I had to watch as my own wife read a death threat towards herself and her family to me. You can understand my viewpoints on how the High Princes meet the future.
Well, perhaps then we may be able to come up with an interesting means of drawing out the High Princes. This Gemheart, it seems they desperately want it. I assume you have your own agents, spies, covert operators?
I don't believe my Prince Sabario would put me in this position if I did not.
Of course. Perhaps we could put out the word that maybe I am not as happy with the outcome of this meeting as it would seem. Perhaps I am looking for a means to enrich myself. If you are familiar with my past, perhaps they are as well.
The stone does have ears, apparently. And the hands beneath the throne is more common of a reading within Light Eye Society than you'd believe.
Well, that would surprise me, right, Lord?
In quiet circles at that.
All but
at this
silent, I
point-
imagine.
At this point, like, kind of perched on one of the pieces of furniture in this room, you see that same Kremlin.
I try so hard not to look at this thing. I'm like,
If Kelly was next to you, he'd be slapping you in the back of the head. Stop looking.
With that, the Bright Lord looks to you, puts a hand out. We'll continue this conversation. I know you must be exhausted. We'll continue this conversation at a different time. It's a pleasure to meet you, Torvin.
A pleasure to meet you as well, Bright Lord. And he will give a formal salute. I believe that would that be appropriate, or would it be a bow?
I mean, as a civilian in this situation, I think just straight up either a bow or just take his. Oh, you don't want to shake his hand. Yeah, I think a bow, a courtesy bow.
I am being.
Oh, you don't want to shake his hand.
I am being very formal.
Oh.
I am not trying to show a outsized deference, but I am wanting to make sure that this relationship is good. I mean, we are in the middle of a war camp. It's a little different from being back in the heart of, the Alethi society, where maybe running my mouth.
He is our protection.
Yeah, I'm a little less inclined to be rude in this situation, so I'm being very formal.
You get the bow. He returns a light nod. Opens the door. We have arranged housing for you if needed. But if you do not feel comfortable here, you may. There is a tavern a few blocks down.
Much appreciated. I will decide later tonight.
And as you say that, you see Lorta kind of like waiting for you by the door.
He as he walks out and the door closes behind him. Yeah. Did you leave it in there?
Oh, did I leave me in there, Nako? I'm catching up.
All right. You should warn me when you're going to do things like that.
I had to make sure he wasn't going to do anything nefarious to you, Nako. I'm tougher than I look.
Well, you look plenty tough, but I doubt that there's much you could have done in that situation should the Bright Lord have wanted my head.
No worries. No worries. I have friends that could have done a lot more than I could have, and that's saying something. Speaking of which, I have one of those friends. Contact got in touch with me, would like to have a conversation with you. Would you be interested?
Of course. At this point, what am I? Why would I say no?
Then let's get a drink, yeah?
All right.
She puts her arm out like she usually does.
And he'll take her arm.
Pat your arm. And she starts humming one of those Hardazian tunes as you guys walk down the High Prince Sabariel's war camp towards the tavern. And we will take our first break of the evening. Guys, we'll be right back for more. We're gonna check out Cierna's lab. We're gonna check out a little bit of this war camp and see contacts. We still got Spren floating around. We got a bunch of stuff coming up. Don't you worry. We'll be right back.
We'll miss you.
And welcome back to Heirs of Honor. Shoot y'all with some announcements real quick. Blood Bunny returns tomorrow. Breath Between Branches Tuesday. And then both Heirs of Honor and Blood Bunny are off next week, but we shall return the next week. If you did not catch the first part of our stream or other episodes and you're just here, just hanging out, that's cool. If you want to know more about the story, though, you can check it out on youtube.com/MagiRPG, as well as all of our awesome stories from our awesome games that we play here. We talk about awesome games over at our Discord underneath the same name. We've recently been chatting about, I'm trying to think of a game we're chatting about. We're kind of just chatting. You know how Discord is. But you can find us over there being nerds.
The new Star Fox.
More,
Yeah.
New Star Fox. There you go.
Yes.
That's what it
Yes.
was. Yes.
Yes.
The Nintendo Direct. That's right. Okay. But that's not the tale for this evening. Get it, Foxtail. Moving on. Back to our wonderful time on Roshar. Yeah, I'll take a complication for that. That one was rough. We find ourselves at the tavern before Torvin and Lorta show up, and we see a very exhausted Kelly, kind of like, you know how when you're tired and you kind of slouch onto a table and just elbows up, just taking up all the space, and she has a Horneater White in this mug just sitting there as she's kind of like playing with the mug itself. But Nev, you're sitting with Kelly and she's just taking in the tavern. Oh, you know, Nev, I enjoy our time in the Shattered Plains with the quiet and the no one talking, but listening to drunks cry brings a warmth to my heart.
Feel like there's something we can unpack there, but yeah, I don't know. I get what you're saying. Sometimes it's nice to just be out there. I don't know, moving and it's freeing, I guess, in a sense. You know, it's you know, you're on a mission, right? Or you have orders, but I don't know, you're just kind of able to do what you want, when you want, and how you need to. I don't know. It is kind of nice.
Yeah. Yes, do what I want to do. Walk to this rock. All right, what do I want to do now? Walk to this rock. All right, what about now? Look at that rock. Yes, much freedom out on Shattered Plain.
Oh, you're forgetting the vaulting. We vault
Oh,
from
yes,
rock to rock as well.
Yes,
And
that's
then
given me
there's the sleep
the
occasionally,
sleep. Yes.
the running from, you know, white spines and chasm fiends.
Yes, running. Arrows being shot at us.
Can't forget the arrows. Can't forget
Mhm.
the creme.
Listen, as-
Yeah. And I'm
Listen.
as yeah. What?
Vaulting has given me this gorgeous body that I witness every day, yes. But I enjoy being lazy much, much more.
Hmm. Yeah, fair enough. So do I, in a sense. Yeah, as we're kind of like sitting there, like talking and kind of both just, I think even I'm like kind of slouched and tired, right? It's been a long week, or well, a few days, or Roshar times. But as I'm kind of looking around, because I know, especially considering now that the war camps in general are a lot less populated overall, that typically when I would go into a space like this, you would see some mixing of soldiers. There would be a lot more, obviously, individuals and things like that. Now we are definitely the ones that stick out. And so I'm just kind of like keeping an eye and like listening, right, for like the banter, but also seeing if there's like anyone that's like specifically, or if it's like everyone's just kind of like glancing over, like,
Give
who
me
the
a
heck are
good
these?
old perception check. Raise the stakes.
Perception.
And bring it. Sorry.
It's not good. It's a 9 with an opportunity. I've got a.
Would you like to re-roll it?
I would like to
Okay.
re-roll that. Please roll better. It's one of my best. It's a 10. I rolled better.
That you
by
did.
1.
By 1.
It's my best stat.
That's actually I just experienced that recently, so I totally
Oh,
get
sorry.
you.
It's my second best stat. But yes.
What you gather from the saloon itself is a few folks are looking in your direction. For the most part, a lot of the folks that weren't Alethi within the camps uh, were in the majority, from your understanding, only being from one other camp being Sadius's. A lot of them were in Sabariel's camp, so he had the most like the multicultural camp, so to speak. But they also just realized, hey, there's a legendary city in which they found that everyone thought did not exist. I'm going over there. So for the majority, it is Sabariel's soldiers and soldiers' families. With what you notice, kind of dabbled in there as well, are some of uh, similar uh, outfits and colors of both High Prince Thanadal and High Prince Vama's men as well. A couple of them give you looks, but for the most part, they're worried about their alcohol more than anything. And so they give you that space for the most part, as well as you and Nev. You kind of remember, oh yeah, me and Kelly, we kind of look intimidating if you don't know us. So they give you a wide berth when it comes to your space here in the tavern. But when it comes to rumors, for the most part, you kind of understand. You hear a lot of stressed out, frustrated soldiers for the fact that they are spread out throughout the Shattered Plains right now on patrols. Um, Chasm Fiends have not been seen for the most part, and the amount of stress that they carry when half their time they're looking up in fear. Uh, so that's what you get with the 10 for the most part with what's going on. You see a couple cloaked figures in the corners of the tavern, but it's tavern. You get a few striders in there just doing their own thing.
Half the time I'm the sketchy person in the corner, like
Exactly.
it's just, it's like it's just a tavern. But I think I think probably like just glancing through and like seeing like Thanadal and some of the others, and then like probably there's like they're drinking, but like there's clear separation of groups, because it's like F you, but like we're all just trying to drink at the moment, like that's kind of the vibe. But I think probably seeing like one of the two of the cloaked figures, I think it's just like any time now, I think it's so ingrained into his mind, the visions, that when he sees a cloaked individual, it's almost like a flash of just that beckoning of that hand to him going into some alleyway, and just questioning and wondering where that means. And I think almost subconsciously, without really meaning to, I think he poses the question kind of to himself, but also probably to Saris if they're there, and just maybe not even the question, but just that vision kind of pops in, and you know, I think he's just like, are you there?
This is not the event. And Saris is right next to you, like floating there.
I look at Kelly and just like, I'm like, oh, of course you probably see them.
They have been here for some time. Yes. God may do what they wish.
Hmm.
She is the only one who can see me. This is not the time of the event.
Do you know when the time of the event is?
No. And you kind of, as she makes that tone, Saris's entire body kind of like vibrates with it for a moment. Just, I feel it. I feel when it happens. I will tell you.
It's good to know. That's good to know. I think he's going to look at Kelly again and, you know, what do you make of the war camps right now? With everything that's happened with the Skybreakers and the Solicitors and the internal struggles between Alethi kingdoms is not new. That's, I mean, the High Princess, you know, that's half my job was trying to find information and, you know, I mean, anyway, but what do you take of this new kind of dynamic? I feel a little not really out of place, but it's like boiling over, right? It's like boiling up, I feel.
I mean, if I were small farmer with chols to love, and then red storm going wrong way shows people falling from sky, void bringers return. I don't know, Nev. I believe we are storming fuck.
Holds up a drink. Oh, here's to that.
She toasts to
takes
you.
a big swig. And then he just kind of thinks for a second, and then have you ever seen like a symbol, like three triangles like etched one within another? Does that mean anything to you?
Now I have to roll a dice. Does Kelly know?
Doubtful, but
She kind of leans over to you. There is faction of creepy people, more creepy than you, more creepy than Saris. They go about looking for nefarious things, doing nefarious deeds. It's like cult. You know cult?
yeah, I know Colton.
It
I'm
did-
not that creepy.
It is cult, but efficient cult.
So you are familiar.
They try to hire me. I say no, I am independent. Sabariel hired me because he offered more spheres. Here I am.
Do you remember who it was that tried to hire you?
No, because after I deny them, they knock me overhead. I wake up in alley.
I see.
They are very discreet.
Well, and I just kind of glanced to Saris. Well, according to my new friend here. I feel like they might be making a play or something here in the war camps.
Makes sense. This is sketchy area. A lot of nefarious deeds can be done in war camps. Apparently, nefarious deeds have been done. Since ladies from Sky came down a whole war camp. Nevod, we are being very, very calm about 3 highly attractive women destroying an entire war camp.
You know, I don't think calm is the right word. I'm maybe a little stunned. Processing. There's a lot going on, and I'm just trying to piece it all together and figure out what in the storms is happening. Things are changing, and a lot of things are changing with me.
They had godly spread, and then Cierna says words. She begins to glow. Are you going to glow?
I'm not. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know the words, and
there are words. He's going to glow. He's being told words. Okay.
I was told there are words. Hell, Storm's Dialan's trying to figure out the words.
They are growing like weeds. Storms. Oh
no, it's not. It's not like that. No offense, Sarah. It's like your mom or whatever is wants you here, and that's that's great. But I don't know if I'm just me. So I'll do the best with what I can with and help out. I don't even know what side of wherever you land on and all of this, and I have such a warped sense of loyalty that sometimes I don't even know where my conscience is going to lead me.
Mother said I would know. You feel right.
Well, that's probably the first time anyone's ever said that. I think...
Poor Ceres. You have found Spren, who clearly has been injured in some way if she feels as though you are right.
Yeah. Well, can't all be perfect like you, right?
She reaches one of her mitts.
You better not
shoulder.
slap. You better not slap me again.
Looks at you. Looks at you. It is a curse I bear. So individuals like you, who look like Axehound Face, don't have to bear.
I thought you said the scar would make me more attractive.
To blind people. Oh, your friend here, the Hardazian, she just walked in. Oh, with our boss, act natural. And she kind of like puts her head down.
Storms.
As they walk in, we are going to zoom our camera back to the home of the of Cierna and her family. Cierna, you are walking into your Artifabrian lab, and I will let you take over in describing what that looks like.
Yes, the lab is... Craig, you can decide exactly how close it is to the main structure, but it is a separate building. It is its own soulcast building. It's not extremely tall, but it is it's rectangular and tall, as if to leave space for experiments or possibly a second floor. But when you walk in, She turns the key in the lock, leading the Ardents inside, and inside is a pretty large, simple room with high ceilings. There is a metallic ventilation system that has like pulleys up in the ceiling that lead out to like vents that exit the roof area or around the roof area. And there are storage rooms that kind of ring this main center area that has desks, some of which are populated with items, one of which in the center is very clearly Cierna's because it is the messiest. And it looks as though a team of people worked in this building at one time. On the far end of this rectangular room is a forge and a kiln. And there's a wall that has a variety of tools on it and other materials. And there are bookshelves that have many, many journals similar to the one that Cierna carries with her everywhere, marked for different things in women's script, inventory, experiments, failed projects, etc.
Sene and Voras both look
Yeah, it's pretty grand.
at the massive, because Savariel's niece, she's gonna get the lab that she wants. And Voras kind of looks around and goes, "Brightness. This is astounding."
Thank you. I designed it myself.
I work mostly in histories of fabrials, but to see a place in which they are built, I will learn much here. Sene kind of looks around. This is fascinating. Ooh. Working with a heretic surely has its perks. Oh, sorry, Brightness.
It's okay, Sine. I'm still getting used to what all of this means myself.
Kind of floating on a, it looks like they are wrapped around a pole that does not exist, but weave together vines that form into an elderly Alethi woman's face, but it's all greenery. Is your friend Liliana, and though they cannot see her, you do. And she looks to you. Brightness, this place is gorgeous. You are stunning in your creativity, even as an artifabrian.
Oh, thank you, Liliana. She just says out loud because I don't know that she realizes that other people can't see.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually turns to the Ardents. Can you see her?
Sene kind of like looks at you and then remembers, oh, yes, heretic, of course. She doesn't say that. That's what she's saying. But she goes, no, Brightness, would you need possibly some tea? We could make that for you if that is.
Oh, no, it's my friend. She's here. If you wanted to make tea, you are welcome to do so. It's in the other room. She'll gesture. If you want, I'm fine for now. She looks to Liliana. Am I the only one who is able to see you? Is that how that works?
Apologies, Brightness. I ever since meeting that Skybreaker, I know it was before the Skybreaker, I do not do well with meeting humans since the last, my predecessor, when they met humans, died. So you are the exception. Besides the Skybreaker, she was very terrifying, but she could see me. But if you wish for me to be seen, Brightness, I can do that. And immediately you hear a gasp and a from your Ardents as you assume it's used made herself to be seen.
This is Liliana.
Immediately snakes behind you and kind of like peeks
it's okay.
around you.
I don't like meeting new people either, if it makes you feel better.
Oh, I am supposed to aid you, Brightness, not hinder you. My apologies. And she kind of like snakes around
so
you.
Stop.
Give me a discipline check.
Oh gosh. Discipline, I suck at that. Hell yeah. Oh my god, it actually wasn't bad. 16 plus 2, 18.
Okay. So, with an 18, you had some leftover spheres on your table near you.
Mhm.
And as she like snakes in front of you, you kind of let out a small gasp. And unbeknownst to you, you inhale the investiture next to you. And immediately your feet become extremely slippery.
Oh no.
And then at the last moment before you like just biff it, you hold on to the table, and besides seeing a spread in front of them, now their Brightness is holding onto the table as if she's lost the capability of using her legs, or has been drinking out of nowhere as you're kind of like,
Oh no.
it's like butters on the floor. With that being said, Dialan, you're walking down the hall towards the lab.
You hear a shout from inside.
Yeah, you'll hear like the clomp of hobnail boots coming down the hallway towards the lab. I hear this like kind of like a little gasp and a thump, and I come in through the door.
You see Cierna hanging from this like standing style desk, and her feet. She's like slipping on the floor trying to get up. Like, why can't I get up? My arms are getting tired.
Dialan looks. Is anyone trying to help Cierna stand on?
Yeah, Boris probably has like a broomstick and he's like holding it out, trying to help.
All right, Dialan's just gonna like walk up and be like, "Are you all right?" and just hold out an arm.
She'll take his arm. I don't know how much this is going to help. My feet can't seem to.
You immediately
purchase on
slip through his arms.
Oh no! I fall down onto the ground. Ow!
Oh.
Liliana, what is this? What's happening?
You are using one of your surges, mistress. Oh,
A surge?
feel-
What is?
Greased.
yeah. You put a hand out to help, and you just push her further. And she kind of
Yeah.
flies.
Where are you going? Stop.
Oh, so if I fall on the floor, do I just start sliding? I'm just
You're,
sitting
like,
there
sliding,
like, I
yeah.
don't know what's happening. Like,
Human
just
sledding.
sitting down, sliding across the floor. What is this surge called? What is this?
Abrasion. Brightness.
Abrasion. Okay. I am going to try to make myself abrasive again.
Okay. Go
roll.
ahead
I'll roll.
and
Should I roll regular abrasion? So like the regular
yes.
surge bonus? Okay.
Yeah.
This is so funny. That's a big old 10.
Yeah, with the 10, okay. You kind of think back to how you felt when you inhaled the stormlight. And so you are trying to like basically do the opposite of that. So as right now you feel very slick. You instead try to take this energy, the same energy you felt when you were healing your leg, and it's just you being used in form. It's like a tool, and it's got more ways of use than just the healing, and in this case being slippery. So you think to yourself, sticky. And immediately as you're sliding, you immediately feel yourself and just you stopped.
Oh. I
You
try
are
to
also
stand.
fearful. That is the problem.
Oh no! So,
So
do I try to
everybody
stand
sees
and
you
I'm
stop
stuck?
immediately. Yeah, and then you just do a little.
Oh no.
You said a 10, right?
Yeah, it was a 10.
So after maybe like shockingly enough, Dialan, you notice that and you're like, oh, I know what this is. And
I know this one. Yes, I know this one.
I'm stuck.
I didn't do this. Hey, Dialan, that wasn't me. I only mess with you.
I don't believe you.
But after a while, the stormlight leaves you, Cierna, and you are able to get it. Dialan, you are able to aid Cierna.
Yeah, I'll give you a hand up.
She'll
Brightness.
stand and just kind of stand there holding onto your arm for a second, like, is it over? I think it's over. Okay. She'll like politely let you go. Sorry. Still getting used to the powers, surges. Investiture.
Surge's mistress.
She glances ruefully over to where her notebook is, but doesn't go and get it. I'm sorry, Bright Lord. Did we have an appointment that I forgot about?
Oh, nothing formal, but suddenly something that's become a bit formal. How do I say this? I went and I spoke to your father. About security and guard rotations in regards to our current expedition. I feel that the members of our expedition are of a certain amount of privileged information, a certain set of skills. We are, I feel, filled with certain secrets that perhaps we do not wish to get out, and having the rank and file guards of I'll spit it out. I have requested to be your personal bodyguard for the foreseeable future.
Oh, okay. She's thinking of all the times that she's had to have bodyguards before, and it's never been someone she's known. Oh, all right. What level of detail are you planning on?
Given the gravity of the situation, your burgeoning powers, the involvement of the Skybreakers, the strange happenings around us, Nevod being some sort of prophet, Torvin being whatever he is.
Cierna does not know about this.
I'm so sorry. If that was a secret, I assumed he had told everyone. I would be the last to know.
What did you tell my father exactly?
Very little. I told him that it was pertinent that I be in your security detail and the head of I told him as little as possible, but I do believe that I'm in a privileged position to actually get this job done the right way. I'm not sure anyone else could.
All right. You didn't give him any information and he agreed anyway? That's interesting.
Apparently he knows my reputation.
Oh, well, I only know a little bit about that, but I suppose he would know best. All right, that's fine. So you're to be here and sit in the lab while I work?
That is the idea. The plan is that I will personally be attending you for 2/3 of the day, and then I will have 2 others attend you for the remaining portion while I do get the scant rest that I can, but I won't be far away.
I see. All right. Well, I hope you're prepared to be horrendously bored. I don't generally leave my lab, Lieutenant. I can't imagine anyone coming in here or wanting to, but as you wish.
No, Dialan, no, we don't wish. I do not wish to be bored. Tell them I don't no. We could go do stuff. We could go fly. We could go We could go explore the war camps. That should be fun. Why do we
Do
have to
not
sit in
try
here?
once. I'm so sorry, Brightness. I also have. There's someone speaking in my ear. Zariah, you have had every opportunity to be candid with me when it comes to my powers and my surges and all of the wonderful things and all of these, and you have given me
told
none of those
you.
opportunities. Absolutely
I
not. You
told
have
you the
teased.
words.
You told me the words, and you said it had to be some sort of action-packed, ridiculous moment where I swear and use all of my willpower and discipline to swear the oaths of honor. That fantastic. That
Doesn't
sounds
that
great.
sound cool? I'm
Yes.
sorry. I didn't know you just wanted to, I don't know, to become a Knight Radiant and do all the cool stuff to just.
Do you want me? Do you
I don't
want
know,
me to
sit
walk out
here
into the shattered
be
plains and
bored?
go and find the Skybreakers and lay them low using powers manifest of honor itself? Is that what you wanted from me? Is that what we're looking for? I'm so sorry, Brightness. This is a
That'd
personal
be
moment.
pretty cool.
That would be
pretty
so
cool.
amazing. That would be so cool. I think that my skills are better suited to this laboratory right now. And frankly, I think that the most dire action that possibly could happen that would require me to swear an oath of protection and honor will happen at the behest of Bright Lady Cierna if they are accosted. We have very important people here before us, and they require protecting, even if it's inconvenient.
Poofing out of thin air, you see a windspren of a small Alethi boy who,
Oh,
like,
he's
kind of
cute.
looking at Dialan with visceral. So you're telling me I will have to think up all different new types of pranks to put on you in this stuffy, weird, kind of shiny
What?
laboratory.
Like,
If
kinda
you
clean.
ruin a single instrument within this laboratory, I am going to crawl inside of the most stale and dank cave possible, and I'm going
You
to
wouldn't.
contemplate life for the rest of my days. That's what I'm going to do. I will become an ardent, and I will shave my head, and I will just think I'll never run or swing a sword again. Zariah, do not play these games with me. People are in danger. You're being ridiculous. Pick up a hobby.
As you say that, you kind of hear a little as the two ardents behind you guys, as you guys are having this conversation, are kind of just standing there.
Sorry.
My
No.
apologies.
Oh, Bright Lord, it's fine. It's fine. Fine. I will figure out what fun is from learning, I guess.
Why don't you
Try to
help
poke
Lady
Zariah.
Cierna?
I tried
Straight
to.
through him.
Amazing.
Zariah
you
is
feel
the
that?
name, but
Zariah.
amazing will suffice.
As you
She
can
actually
tell,
laughs at this.
Bright Lady, there is not much to him. And then
Oh, he's
Dialan,
so
then
sweet.
Dialan
Look at
just
him.
Dialan looks over to Zariah and then back to the Bright Lady, and he's like smirking.
Was that a joke?
I didn't
Was
think
that
it
humor?
possible.
I
First time
don't
I've
know
heard
what you're
it.
talking about.
Cierna, I don't know what you did, but that
She holds her
was
little hand out for
a miracle.
Zariah to perch if he wants.
immediately purchased and like on his tippy toes.
Aw,
A brightness.
hello.
It is a pleasure. Ignore my unhonorable friend here, but we
Oh.
are here for your security and for you to feel safe while you, I don't know, read.
Oh, you'll see exactly what we get up to here. Reading is part of it, but we do build quite a bit.
Oh. Seems as though you were just using some of those surges. That's cool. All right, and he pops into the this portly fellow with a massive mustache and turns to Dialan. Well, good sport, Updo. Stand at attention or whatever you do when you're making sure degenerates do not show up in the vicinity. No closer to the words if you're just gonna look there confused. I mean, you're already beating him at that.
Yes, I will start my duties immediately. going to take
Listen,
a
Brightness,
surveillance of
I
the
told him when we were fighting the guys by the chasm fiend, that was the time. He should have just said the words and he'd be zipping and flying all over the place. And he continues just talking with Cierna, ignoring Dialan completely. As unless you have something else you want to do on the lab.
She would just banter back and forth with him as well. Well, he was quite valiant. Perhaps that would have been a good moment.
It would have been amazing. And as you guys
Lord,
have this
perhaps if you fight another 20 men, you could do it again.
40, I will. 40's my limit.
Make
I
it
can't do
50.
any less. 50 would be good. 50 would be great, actually.
We
I
are
think
now
50
joking about the wanton violence that happens in the depths of warfare. Is that funny? Are we having a fun time talking about my murdering of other soldiers? Is this funny to you, Zariah?
He's saying it
You are
like he's saying
Zariah,
it
you
like
are a
he's
bad
not
influence on
built
her.
for this. He's literally built for this.
This is not very Vorin.
He's funny.
I'm not born. Who told you I was born?
Well, apparently I'm not anymore either, I guess.
Well,
I don't
welcome.
That's not intentional. I think, doesn't saying the words disqualify you?
I don't know the rules.
I don't either.
You hear Liliana floats, wraps herself around that same invisible pole over to Zariah, who's like a little person, but Liliana's face is about the size of Zariah's whole body, and she kind of goes to you, oh, Mr. And Zariah, Randy, what's wrong with you? And as you guys are all having this banter together in this lab, and your ardents are contemplating their religious views as we speak, we're going to pan back over to the tavern. Lorta walks in. Torvin, you're right behind her. You're in this. You've been to a tavern before. There's sketchy folks scattered all throughout, but Lorta kind of finds a little spot in the corner next to an individual. She kind of whispers to them for a little bit. They're a little shorter than the rest of the folks in here. You're kind of standing here by yourself. Give me a perception check. And if you would not like to be seen by your boss, Nevod, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Yeah, probably just shrinks down. Storms. Oof. Rolling like crap today.
You got
16.
all right. You see Nevod having a drink with Kelly on the other side of the tavern for the most part. Nevod, you do one of those where oh no, as your eyes literally connect, and then you just look away real quick and you're like, oh, he definitely saw me.
Yeah, I think it's I catch eyes and I turn. I take a breath and then I just look back and I just give a nod and I just there's a slight reluctance, but then if it I'll just hold a hand out to the empty spot across from me at the table. Feel free to join if you want.
And you look back to Lorta and she is waving you to her and her companion.
I just give a little nod to you, sort of, implying I know you want to be left alone, and give you just a quick little smile, and then back to Lorta. I avert my gaze from Nevod, and go over to where she is gesturing.
You walk over. The individual has their hood up still. Lorta is kind of whispering to them. And then as you sit down, well, Nako, as you are new to our affiliation, I have been talking with my contact here, and they were interested in meeting with you since you have climbed the ranks so far. May I introduce you to Sasha? And throwing your hood back. Give us a moment, folks, as we prepare our Cosmere guest to stream. Sasha, would you like to describe who Torvin sees?
You would see a very short, gender ambiguous person, hooded, looks somewhere between a thief and a librarian. Daggers at the side, leather armor, black hair, and probably most notably to all of you, dark eyes.
Torvin would walk up and hands behind his back as his customary pose, and a nod. It's good to meet you.
Likewise.
My understanding is we have some mutual friends.
And enemies.
Well, hopefully they're not here tonight.
I have a weird kind of question that they probably wouldn't want me asking, but I need to ask anyway.
Oh? Don't let any formalities stop you.
We're all
Which,
friends here.
Which branch of the Ghost Bloods are you from?
Oh. And Lorta kind of like scoots closer to you. He's from a more lively sort, Sasha, you know, with your interested parties.
I work on my own.
No one works.
Of course you do, Nakov.
Yes, I
Well,
admire a free thinker.
I will say this, I haven't had any partners assigned to me that I was aware of.
Okay. Sure.
Woo, you two hitting it off.
Oh, the
Having a
best
great,
of friends.
Great old time.
So?
Sasha has spent some wonderful time by the ocean recently. That seems fun. And Torvin we just did a little walk of the Shattered Plains.
Oh, it's fantastic this time of year, isn't it?
Lovely. And the wildlife were
It's a little
there.
bleak out here.
And where are you from?
Recently, Dialan.
Recently. Do I get I have traveled a decent bit. Can I tell from their accent where they're from?
Oh, I would tell you, Sasha does not really speak good Alethi. He'd definitely
That is
hear a
true.
Vaden accent. I like to
Okay.
imagine that Vaden and Alethi are kind of like Swedish, Danish, and Norwegian, where they're similar enough you can get by, but you would definitely realize that Alethi is not their
Mm-hmm.
mother language.
I see. Well, we all make our way to the Shattered Plains.
For now, there's a lot of action here and a lot of things I need to figure out. And I'm told you might be able to help that.
Yes, I'm told that we can help each other. Is that right?
Maybe. What needs doing?
He'll look to Lorta here, and then back to Sasha. Well, I've been told that we are searching for a similar type of item or goal, I guess you should say.
Items, useful items, organizations, people, all of which seem to be here. Yeah.
Well,
And I've gotten a little stuck in my progress. Contrary to the literal cloak and dagger, I'm not a particularly good spy.
oh, you could have fooled me. Well, I have some information that I could pass on if you have any information to share as well.
I have lots of information to share. What information you want to know will dictate if it's useful to you or not.
He's going to look to Lorta again, as she has been the one dictating this who set up this interaction here and has been the go-between for all of these like recent communications, you know.
Well, I was thinking you two would want to do a little team up. Dealing with the and she looks around as there are a lot of Alethi soldiers in here. Management changes.
Oh, yes, I can help with those.
And then we also have that thing that the Arden was talking about. One of Cierna's Ardens. They said there was a ruin.
Oh,
Perhaps very old. Perhaps before the Recreants.
and that would be of interest to you.
Very much.
Sasha's very good at finding very old fabrials and putting them to use.
Yeah. Got some experience in collapsing ruins.
As for us, it seems we have a member of our group that has been laden with what we would call investiture. It seems that that would be useful information.
Sasha kind of looks around like they're invested.
This is all somewhat new to me. All right. They seem to have powers. We were set upon by some Knights Radiant. Skybreakers. You're familiar?
Unfortunately, not certainly the biggest threat for now, but not exactly on speaking terms. More pressing concerns. But yeah, they're a little bit of a spanner in the works.
They're
So-
they're storming insane. Is what I gathered.
There's a lot of
Roll me-
storming insane organizations on this planet.
Roll me a d20, Sasha.
Okay. 13.
13. Yep. You had the unfortunate pleasure of being at the war camp when the Skybreakers had their, we'll call it falling out with the High Princes.
Mm-hmm.
And you made the executive decision to say, this is not my fight, and
Peace
leave
out.
before things got
Mhm.
too difficult for you.
So you have a friend that said the words,
That's correct.
and you?
I have not said any words, no.
You're fooling me, Sasha. I can't get this one to shut up half the time.
I mean, it's good for him to talk. He doesn't have friends or coworkers, so we should have some conversation now. All right, so I help you with your management change. We go to a ruin, exchange information. I don't really need anything else. I'll take information and some more friends and call it even. And I'm happy to help another brother in need, as long as you're not the wrong type of ghost blood, which you seem not to be so far.
I would hope not. If we're able to work together, I would not turn down a helping hand, and I am, of course, available for service as well.
So you really don't have a crew out here. You have a friend that's invested, but they're not a friend. They're not a coworker. You're not going to take me to the hideout. You don't have like a safe house somewhere. Like, what are we doing? We're just two people in a barracks that are going to go do some storming stuff, or help me out here.
Sasha, I thought you had a place out here.
I do have a place out here. I just thought that he wasn't literally alone by himself.
All right.
Oh, okay. You've been eating, right?
Yeah, I've been eating.
Let me check it. And she just starts like momming you
Oh, my
immediately. Like,
lord.
yeah, you doing? Everything all right?
Yeah, I'm sending spheres back to box, but I got enough. Okay, we're good.
Okay, and the rest of your motley crew, everybody doing all right? Sarah treating you well?
Yes, and the crew's fine. Well on their way to success in all endeavors. I haven't even gotten myself arrested lately. You happy?
I didn't ask for Storm back talk.
And,
all right.
and how long have you two known each other?
Oh,
I
we
don't
just met
know.
a little whiles ago.
But we've got friends and friends of friends, and you know
Oh.
how this works. Spy shit.
Me and their boss Sarah didn't go so far back.
Okay, boss is a little. Sure, okay.
Issues
I
with
think the
authority?
last time
Don't you?
I guess we all probably do.
Anyone with a brain, anyway.
All right.
Unless you like running for gem hearts and getting shot at by singers.
Not usually my line of work, no. And I'm sorry to disappoint you. I don't have a team. I don't have a hideout. I have been working on my own. I gather that's unusual for this organization, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
All right, let's go. You can ask me some questions on the way. I got some for you too.
All right. He'll give another glance to Lorda and then a quick glance over his shoulder to Nevod. Just to see what he's doing.
Nevod, have you? What are you doing?
Did he leave?
I think pretty like you probably look over and I am staring at this conversation. And then I think I give you a little bit of a smirk, and it's at that time that drinks arrive at your table that I have paid for.
Oh.
Oh, what is this? A very tall gentleman just places wine at your table. And do you tell him, like, do you want them to know you sent them?
Yeah.
I think I can gather from the look that he gave.
But he just kind of points, light-eyed gentleman over there. This is on him. So,
and
listen,
I'm gonna, sorry, just as I do that, I am specifically, I will look to Lorda, but I really want to clock the other individual as the, like, I assume as soon as they say me, most people would probably look that direction to see who's the one that bought the drinks. And I will give a friendly wave to Lorda because we've been traveling together, but I want to clock the cloaked individual's reaction to this, like, sudden attention. And I want to kind of see if I can gauge any kind of, like, okay, they don't want to be in the spotlight right now. Like, because I'm an agent. I play this game. So.
Sasha will turn and look and just kind of like do a quick up and down and then look back to Torvin, friend, lover, enemy spy.
A member of my party.
It really doesn't endear trust when you start off by saying you don't have any friends and then your friend buys us a drink.
What? I assumed you meant friends in the organization. I'm here.
Oh, he's not in the organization?
No.
Oh, why not?
Is this just open recruitment? Do you just ask everybody that you meet on the street, hey, would you like to join our clandestine group of operatives? Is that how that works?
A small spark kind of lights on your shoulder, Sasha, and you hear in your mind, we cannot trust this one. Maybe we see how he works. If you open him up, see what makes him tick.
Not do that right now.
What you would see, Torvin,
okay.
is just the slight bit of smoke coming from Sasha's shoulder for a moment, and then it's gone.
Sasha will say, when you put it like that, it sounds patently ridiculous, but yeah, sometimes the semi-open recruitment. Look, it's a long story. So I'll wave at the person and then just kind of like not guessing not coming over, so then bye also.
Mm-hmm.
So when are
I'm not
we
going to
doing
intrude.
this?
I will reach out to you soon. We have to plan our endeavors. I am here on official Alethi business, and that needs to be prioritized for my own safety.
Are you a tenor?
What do I know what that means? I feel like I've heard. I know that
So,
phrase.
Tenor is light eyes of the lowest rank. You're being called the Light Eyes right now, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, huh? He gestures sarcastically to his dark eyes.
Sasha, you know 3 Light Eyes. They're in your party.
Yeah.
This man acts higher than any of them.
Yes, that's why Sasha's saying it. Like, what official Light Eye? But are you a citizen? What are you on official Alethi business for?
Yes, I am employed by a high prince, which is, of course, why our organization wants me here.
The Alethi have been doing things a little bit different since recent events, Sasha.
No.
Plus, they've never been as religious as Vaden.
I am absolutely confused here, Lorda. I mean, they did say that they weren't much of a spy, but this is incompetence.
Oh, and
Whoa.
he has a bit of a
Whoa.
mouth. Sorry about that one.
Whoa. And you hear Sasha like, let's calm down. Take a minute.
Oh, give me a discipline check, please.
Yes. See, it's not great. That is 11.
Yeah, you count for a moment, and then with your other hand, you immediately pull it off the wooden table as you started noticing that you were leaving a little brand.
Yeah,
mark
leaving.
with your
I was
hands.
literally scorching the bottom of the table, and then, okay, let's take a beat. My specialty is slightly different. I am good at acquiring things and making things, and occasionally people, like, say, important people disappear. So, talking, not really what I do.
All right. Well, talking is what
But
I
you-
do. So,
Yes, you seem like a talker. I guess that's why they keep you around.
Sasha, please.
so how about this? I'm a negotiator, so why don't we start with our first deal here? Why don't you
Okay.
refrain from judging my abilities and my capabilities? And I will refrain from making any assumptions about yours.
I apologize.
I apologize as well. We are friends now, right? Brothers?
Of a type. Siblings. Do any of your friends have a spren that glows red?
Not to
I
my
don't know if Torvin knows yet.
not to my knowledge.
Okay.
But I will be sure to let you know if that occurs.
Yeah. Thanks. All right. Friendship. And we'll drink the drink.
Mm-hmm.
It's poisoned. No, I'm just kidding.
Both fall over. Sasha gets right back up. But as you guys drink to new friends, we will pan back to the lab. Zariah's calmed down, and I believe Cierna, you had something you wanted to discuss with Dialan.
Oh, no, yes, but not in the same day.
Oh, okay. So this
So-
is later on.
Yeah, like probably over the next couple of days. Cierna
Okay.
will you notice that she's like working on things that aren't like engineering specific. She's crafting things that look more like art pieces or practical like field use items, and one by one she packages all of these things up. Except for one, she walks up to you and says, "Right, Lord, if you have a moment."
Yes, of course. Dialan will like put down a little rough piece of wood that he's been carving and kind of idly killing time with. What you need?
She presents you with a carved whetstone that has the glyph for strength on it, on the back of it.
Oh, what is this?
I read somewhere that gifts are good when you want to make friends with people, so I made gifts for everyone. I figured I'd give you yours first.
Oh.
Why is everyone cooler than you? Ugh.
Everyone is not. I thank you. Thank you so much. This is a very precious gift. I will keep it close. I see the symbol for strength. Is that you thought that of me?
I put symbols on all of them for things that all of you embody or potentially want to invoke.
Well,
So-
thank you so much. You see, strong's
Yeah,
That's-
strong is
I-
not cool.
I appreciate the gesture. Thank you so much.
Of course. And she...
I wish I had something for you. If you wanted like a
No, it's okay.
My presence is a gift enough. You're welcome,
I agree.
Dialan.
you are so up your ass, Zariah.
And we can do like little vignettes for everyone. but
Yes,
I do
yes.
have. So I think she would go. I think she would go to Torvin next.
Yeah,
And
a few days
find
later,
him find him like at like his quarters or a place where she knows he will be, because assuming they're all staying in the same area. And she'll knock.
Come in.
She opens the door and kind of peeks her head in. Master Torvin, did you have a moment?
Just Torvin. Yes, of course.
Right, Torvin. Sorry, formalities are a habit of mine. I
Mhm.
do it even when I shouldn't. And she holds out like a little package to you. I wanted to, as a gesture of friendship, holds out the package to you.
Oh. A gift.
Yes.
Thank you.
Of course. And when you open it, it is like a fine tooled leather spanreed case. It has a little pouch on the inside with a tie on it for spanreed gems and slots for different spanreeds and paper and ink.
Oh. Well, this is very
And
thoughtful.
when it's closed, on the front of it is the symbol for the glyph for unity.
And he'll read that out loud. He'll say, unity. It's a good sentiment for our little caravan.
I agree. It's also quite practical. If you look on the back, there's a loop. You could put it on a belt or something if you wanted, since it's small. Completely up to you, of course, but I figured it would be of good use in the field to you.
Yes. Incredibly useful.
She smiles at you.
Mm-hmm. You'll see me wearing
I
it
hope
soon.
you like it. Oh well, good. I hope you get good use out of it. I hope you enjoy. And she kind of awkwardly backs out of the doorway. I don't want to take up too much of your time, so if you need any adjustments, let me know. I made that, so I can fix anything if it's too big or small or anything like that. She's
This is,
fidgeting with her hand while she's standing there.
This is a very, very thoughtful gesture, Cierna. Thank you.
Of course. Just as an aside, since I haven't explicitly said it to you before, I know people react strangely to you being in charge, but I don't mind it at all. I wanted you to know that. I'm glad that you're here.
No. I'm glad you're with us too.
All right, well, I have another to deliver, so I will see you soon. And she'll scuttle out like a little Kremling.
He'll smile a
and
little
she'll
bit
go-
and look at the gift as she's leaving.
And she'll go find, hopefully Nev and Kelly. That's the goal. She's gonna look at the tavern first because that's where she assumes he would go.
Are y'all
Um,
still at the tavern?
Just any old day. It's not that same day. It would be like later.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, probably. I'm just gonna let me think. I'm just gonna roll a deduction. I'm just gonna see if I'm. Yeah, I'm at the tavern. There was a 5% chance I wasn't at the tavern.
That's great.
That's so good. When she sees you, she goes, "Oh, I guessed right. I didn't fully
Huh?
expect to be correct."
Oh,
Hi.
brightness.
It's not
no,
hard to
he'll
guess.
stand up. What are you doing here?
Well, she's holding like packages. There's a guard standing like a few feet behind her. Whether it's Dialan
It's
or
Hiram.
not, it's
Hiram.
Hiram. Okay. And she'll say, I made gifts for everyone in our caravan. So, she places a little box in front of Kelly. It is wrapped in colorful paper, and she hands you, Nev, it looks like a metal like flask, like you would expect like a travel jar, but it's metal. And it has a tooled leather case on it with a loop on the back to like put on your belt or in your backpack or something. And it has tooled on the side of it the glyph of courage. And she says, I noticed that you like those chilies, so I got you a travel flask of those. Since you were borrowing Dialan's, I figured you'd like it on the travels.
How do you borrow chili?
Just using his. Borrowing
Hmm.
maybe is a poor choice of words, and she points to the box in front of you, Kelly.
Oh,
Those are...
Sorry. She opens it.
Oh, they're Thalen sweets. I hear they're the best. And it's like really fancy sweets. Like a few little ones in a little tiny box.
Gingerly puts her fingers in, grabs one, smells it, bites it. This is probably most delicious thing I've ever put to my mouth. I will cherish these for as long as I have them, which will not be very long. Cierna, I have a question.
Yes?
And with these sweets, I feel as though I can be confident enough to ask.
Sure.
Is your brother seeing anyone? She bites another one.
Not to my knowledge, not this week. She looks into the camera. No, I don't say that. No, he's not seeing anyone currently. I don't think.
Then I perhaps pursue him in my off time.
You'll get no interference from me.
Okay. Yeah, brightness. Thank you. What is this? glyph sigil?
Oh, it's the glyph for courage. It's just like a little charm, like a good luck charm. Since you deal with a lot of scary situations.
Well, I appreciate the gesture. It's very, very kind of you. I don't know if I can accept a gift like this from you.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend.
Accept gift, you hear from Kelly from across the bar, who is at this point flirting with the barmaid across the way. He never takes gift. He always, feel bad about himself, but can't accept gift. It's what you.
It's could you, I don't know, put something. It's fine. I appreciate it. It's a thoughtful gift, and pretty like he's probably done it twice now. You've seen him glance at your leg probably twice since you've been standing there in front of him. It's a nice.
Are you all right?
Why wouldn't I be?
Well, for
At my
one,
favorite place.
For one, you keep looking down. I'm up here.
That probably.
I'm not very good
Doors.
at eye contact either. If that's a thing for you, I get
No, it's not. Dorms. It's not that. I apologize. No, I just. Your leg.
It's perfectly fine.
I know it is. I don't say much I'm sorry. I owe you an apology for what happened on the Shattered Plains.
I'm sorry, did you cause the chasm fiend to fall on me and cut my leg off?
I might have. Or I could have stopped it.
What do you mean?
I don't know if I can. It would probably sound crazy, so I knew in some way that what was going to transpire was going to affect you poorly, and I tried to stop it from happening, but I didn't act fast enough. I didn't act as I was supposed to, and I screwed up the situation again, and I'm used to that, but I avoided you the whole way here because you're probably the one person that couldn't be hurt or injured or anything, and by some storming way, you're perfectly fine, and now you're, well, and he just kind of like looks around without saying anything. And I just, it's a wonderful gift. Thank you. I will probably still take Dialan's chilies when he's not looking, but I'll just store them in this.
I won't tell anyone.
Well, he barely notices. You notice how he keeps asking everyone what's happening? Yeah. Just forget anything I said. I've had a few drinks. It's fine.
All things considered that we have seen in the last few days, I think seeing something ahead of time is potentially one of the least weird things I have dealt with in the last fortnight. So, she gestures to the gift. It's more because I did give everyone gifts because I feel many of us got off on the wrong foot, but also you helped me. Nobody else did. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. Anyway, use the jar holder or don't. It's up to you. I hope you enjoy the chilies.
Of course.
And you have nothing to apologize for. Things happen the way the Almighty wills it.
And suppose they do.
Yeah, she'll give you a little wave, and Kelly too, and make her way out of the bar because she doesn't hang out in taverns.
I think as you
looking
do,
at her really weird. While she's
I think
there.
as you do the wave though, I think he would just out of like courtesy, like, but it's definitely like awkward and like he definitely feels vulnerable in this moment. But I think he's gonna be like, "Would you like a drink or something?"
No. I appreciate it.
They have water if you prefer.
Well, all right, she'll sit down. Water is fine, I suppose, or tea, maybe.
Great. And I think just to pin on the scene, I think just to help close out like this part, he drinks a little bit more, gets a little bit more loose-lipped, but I think at one point, just like I think he's just going to be a little bit blunt after he's been drinking a little bit, and you're a scholar, right? Studied, trained, you know things,
Yes.
All of that.
Yes, I do like to think that I know things.
Right. Have you ever heard of a cult with like 3 triangles, like a symbol that's like interconnected?
She's going to very gingerly put her usually very well guarded, held to her chest book. She's going to set it down with a blank page and give you a pen. Show me. Maybe I can look it up.
You remember how it looks in the vision. Like it's like
Yeah, and
He
he'll trace it out as best he can, and I think talking and then also kind of diluting, because you'd hinted at like the vision and stuff, which like you don't know about, but like clearly now you do, because you'd already kind of mentioned it a little bit. So he probably talks a little bit about like, explaining why he feels a little bit, he saw the vision, he could have stopped it, he didn't, and then he mentions, I saw this and I feel like if I don't do something bad is potentially going to happen again, and I didn't do enough the first time, and maybe I'm doing too much now, but I just feel like you're the smartest person I know, that also I feel like we have shared secrets, and
Right.
what's another one shared?
All right. She looks down at the symbol. I will look into this, and I'm sorry, I didn't realize what you experienced was a secret. I don't think others did either.
Well, I just be careful. It sounds like this is a pretty rough group. I think the word that was used was nefarious. So just discretion. But I just didn't, if you didn't recognize it, I don't know if I want you to get too involved. Brightness, I just thought maybe you'd recognize it outright.
No, I don't, but it is not as though anyone can watch what books I read. I can see if any of my own archives have anything similar. Probably not, but I will, if I happen across anything, I will let you know.
Yeah, I think they're all connected. The visions, I mean. I feel like everything that happened the first time all happened very quickly together, and while I don't understand,
Notes while you talk.
I don't know what a Kremling has to do with any of it, but a graveyard with heat and smoke doesn't bode well for me, I feel.
Well, I know the two of you. She glances over where Kelly is probably flirting with some other bar person at this point in time.
Well, Kelly, they already left.
I know you and Kelly do tend to keep to yourselves, but perhaps as much as we can all stick relatively close together, or at least check in with one another to see if we can't prevent such things.
Well, the visions just happen as they do, so. But-
You need someone to record them for you. They may
Well,
be
maybe if
important.
I have another one, I'll reach out.
All right. Maybe.
Right, Saris, you're not gonna do like a random, like these are like spread out, right? Like you're not gonna blindside me again. Sorry.
I do not know when they will happen.
Great.
So you get to see, and I get to slide all over my lab.
Great.
No, it was terrifying. I couldn't be picked up. I couldn't pick myself up. I was simply sliding all over the place.
You get a leg back and you couldn't even stand on it, huh?
Definitely.
Sorry,
not.
too many drinks. That was
Well, I think now that
inappropriate.
it's behind me, it is slightly more funny.
I think I glance over and see Kelly definitely going home, quote unquote, home with someone. So
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like, well, do you want company back to the lab?
She points to Hiram, who's probably dutifully standing nearby this whole time.
He's like leaning on his pole arm.
Dialan made sure that I have a security detail all of the time, so I'm good. You can come with if you want, but I'm going home.
Yeah, maybe not. Fair enough. All right, thank you. If you find anything, just quietly
Of course.
seek me out, and thanks for the company for the drink.
Of course. She'll set her empty teacup aside and get up.
It's the
Ah.
only nice piece of or cup in here. And as you head out, you open the door, and the smallest of Kremling kind of walks out with you. And in another portion of the war camp, Lorta is rubbing some fire moss between her fingers. And next to her, Sasha. Oh, he's got a little motley crew of his own here.
Yeah, seems to.
Well, I mean, the Sons of Honor, this one's going to be a little more difficult to deal with than whatever you guys were dealing with in Dialan.
Oh, we've had plenty of run-ins with the Sons of Honor.
I know you feel as though you're a professional and all, being a Knights Radiant, but High Princes are still High Princes, dear.
I am a professional.
Of course, of course, of course. They'll be all right.
You think I'm in over my head, don't you?
No, I think all of you are in over your heads. Trust me,
that's not-
spend a few thousand years on this rock and you'll understand where I'm coming from. Now, come on. You got some more surveillance to do. And she puts an arm out for you.
Yeah, let's go.
And as these two agents of the Ghost Bloods start their walk down another Alethi war camp. That is where we will end tonight's episode of Heirs of Honor. And we gonna miss y'all next week, but that's okay. We'll be back. And also we maybe work on some. We might be working on some stuff. We've had some hiccups with scheduling, so I'm gonna try and cook up some stuff so that everybody gets some awesome screen time and everything. And maybe this isn't the last time we see Sasha, the Dustbringer. Who's to say? But with all that being said, if you just came in, you're like, what, Dustbringer? What's happening? That's okay. Go ahead and hop over to youtube.com/MagiRPG and catch up on all these awesome shows that we have, as well as our Discord. We'll just tell you what happened here in our Discord. No, we won't. Go watch the video on YouTube. Remember, Blood Money comes back tomorrow, Breath Between Branches Tuesday, and then we are off with Heirs of Honor next week, and then we shall return the week after. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Have a wonderful evening, wonderful weekend, and remember, journey before destination. Have a wonderful night, y'all. Maybe one day Dialan will learn the words, and he can say that too.